Thank you, madam, for the time. Uh, Basically, I would like to focus our interview on two issues. One would be I would say the current situation of urban housing, which is one of your key portfolios, and what are the initiatives taken by the government to kind of close the gap between demand and supply.
If we talk about the urbanization, it is all over and all over the world. The world's population would be in urban areas in coming times, maybe up to 20. It would be a lot. And in 2017, we are expecting here around 37 to 40% urbanization in India. So mostly now they are for so many reasons, for job, for education, for so many reasons they are coming. And that's why it's a big problem. And that's why our government thought for the first time about the urban poor also. Because the rich people, they can get it, whether rental, whether others. But when they go, the poor people, either they create a new slum or they accommodate in the old one. So there is no, third option for them. And that's why previously we had a pilot project about JNRNERU, Jawaharlal Nehru Renewal Program. And in that Rajiv Awas Yojana, our housing program. So now it is over, and now our cabinet has passed the new Rajiv Awas Yojana. It is for the universal, that total India will cover under this.
Okay.
So in this, previously there was only 1 lakh rupees we were providing for the housing, just token money. Now we will provide for the smaller towns 4 lakhs rupees, and for the big town 5 lakhs. It is 50-50 in the big town,
Yeah.
and 75 our portion and 25 state government's portion. So state plus central government will provide that. That is number one. Number two, we have one more program, that is the rental housing, because if we want, and it is our aim, that India should be slum free. So total slum free, total town should come under this.
Yes.
So that's why it is now urgent and necessary that every town they have their planning for that, and at least 10 to 15% land should be reserved for the poor people also. So that way we can create more, that is rental houses for them. So if they come from the villages for some jobs or for some, they should not create any slum, but they rightly they will go to the rental houses, and after that they will move to the another one. So that way we can stop slum also, and we can solve their problems also. Then we have third Rajiv Rin Yojana. That is, we get loan from the different, so that also we can provide loan up to 5 lakhs if you are building a house of 8 lakhs up to, and 5% of the money of the interest would be subsidized. So, and the fourth one is PPP model, affordable houses. So in that also previously it was 15,000 only, and now I did it 75,000. So if a state government, they want their share also, so 75 we give, 75 they give, so 1 lakh and 50,000 they can get. And land, the promoters, they will provide the land. So there won't be any problem. So that way, our aim is to build 2.5 million houses in the 12th plan period.
Okay, that means over a period of 5 years.
Yeah, for 4 years, now it is less than 4 years.
Okay. Let's start with the last scheme that you announced right now. So the private-public the partnership mode. What kind of response have you got from the private sector? And are you looking at only Indian private sector or also?
Both. Because just now I visited Dubai also. They're in Indian origin also, and others, and we met, their people also.
Yeah.
They are quite interested in that. And yesterday only, in Jaipur, we did the same way, 4,000, and the private public model in Chandigarh, 8,000 houses. Myself, Honorable Prime Minister. So last week we did it. So both way, FDI in a proper route,
Yeah.
and it is 100%. So that is FDI also we allowed in this,
Okay.
and then the private sectors from India itself. So now, because now they understand also. So in some of the cities they are coming up very well, but I'm finding a very good response from them.
Okay. But the target that you set for yourself in the ministry is quite ambitious.
Yeah,
4 years and
yeah,
2.5 million.
1 million from Rajiv Awas Yojana, 1 million from Rajiv Rin Yojana, and 500,000, from the different, like affordable houses and that rental houses,
Okay.
etc., etc. So we can make. It is not impossible, and I'm seeing, the enthusiasm among the people. Because we have to solve the problem. We can't say no to the people that don't come to the cities. Yes, let them come. It is a democratic country,
Yeah.
and they will come definitely. We have to provide. It is in our constitution also, and it is our duty also. And we in India, we believe in inclusive growth.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, do you see also scope for collaboration between, let's say, European countries and India on
Yeah,
this?
it is open, but in coming time, we can think about that also.
Okay.
But I can't say now. But let the proposal come, and
Okay.
few of the proposal from the FDI I got from in the ministry. I have not seen though, but I came to know. So there are proposals coming from outside also, and I'm finding a good response from the other countries also, and from the RNI, NRIs also from they stay there.
Okay. Okay. What are the challenges that you see coming in this?
Challenges, there are also so many. Land is a problem because in a big city, land is a big problem.
Yeah.
So, and now we have land acquisition bill, so you can't acquire the land also.
Yeah.
But if we see the, while making the plan, if we reserve 10 to 15%, it's okay. So that's why we are emphasis on that. That please reserve 10 to 15% at least, and then we have multi-storied houses.
Okay.
So they won't be. They are good houses. If you have time, please go to Chandigarh or to Jaipur,
Sure.
and 3 types of houses they have: 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, even 3 bedrooms.
Oh.
In up to, and then the last is 8 lakhs and 7.5 lakhs. They can make 2 bedroom plus 1 sitting room. It's a big deal.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's great. So, in terms of deficiency between supply and demand, have you identified certain zones, or do you think it's kind of spread all over?
No, our study is also going on, but yes, supply is little bit slow. Demand is big,
Yeah,
and demand is also because if you see in a general perspective, some wants deluxe one, some wants very, the huge houses,
Yeah.
but they have money. Now we do care for the poor also, so that for the ESW, very lower group, then low income group, then middle income group, at least up to middle income group.
Yes.
So if government provide, they themselves give some money, their state government gives some money, then they have a lot of money. Up to 5 lakhs if they have, they can add 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, so they can have a good houses. So I won't say it is impossible. It is little difficult, but not so difficult, so we can't make it. And there should not be word like difficult,
Yeah.
because we have to provide.
So, there are no options there.
There is no option.
Uh, Looking at the other part of your ministry, which is urban poverty elevation. So, housing is, of course, one major step. What are the other schemes that you need to introduce to?
This I want to tell you, because there should be a regulation also, because in real estate,
Yeah.
so there is hardly any place for the poor, and people that are cheated sometimes. They are poor, and their main aim for everybody, but I think in India it is more that they should have a house. That is their ambition. That is their aim. That is their goal also. The whole life they save some money for the making a house, whether it is a small, it is a big one. When sometimes they are cheated, so there should be transparency, there should be regulation. That's why we are coming up with the real estate regulatory bill. And the one problem is about their jobs, about their livelihood. So we have cleared from the ministry this plan was before also. Now it is definitely. So it is urban livelihood mission.
Okay.
So, and in that area where slum areas are there, we will provide more livelihood programs there also.
Okay.
And other part also. So we training, skill training, then we provide money also. Then one problem is, regarding the street vendors.
Yeah.
You can't remove. Even in Europe, they are there. So the bill I brought it is passed in the the upper house,
Yeah.
but the upper house it is not passed. It is passed in the Lok Sabha. But maybe in November, I'm hoping. In that also, 5% money we are giving from the livelihood mission, so they can get money from there also.
Okay.
So a regulatory bill.
Okay.
So we are doing, but I find that there should be 5 things are very necessary. One is there should be law. Now we are making laws also, regulation.
Yeah.
Number 2, the execution part by the government machineries.
Yeah.
It should be little more prompt, and that's why we are for the one window system. In the real estate bill, it is our emphasis that there should be one window system. Number 3, the awareness programs by the government, by the people's participation, etc., etc. Fourth is the role of this society, the community, their role. So what they want. Sometimes, we make the houses and they don't like it. Oh, the kitchen should be on this side, that side, and livelihood mission. So, people's participation. And fifth is the media, role of the media. So that we all 5 work, then the problem would be less. And awareness is coming. And there is a hope among the people that when UPN government, they can provide us food security bill, and they are for the housing also. So definitely we'll get the house. So we are hopeful that we can do a lot in this field also.
Okay. In terms of urban poverty, but do you think the poor people also, you are helping them with finding livelihood? I would like to know what kind of job creation would that mean? I mean, are you looking at self-entrepreneurship, or are you looking
Self-entrepreneurship, then we have some MOU we can with the labor ministries also, so because it is in the same area, so at least 30% people should from this area.
Okay.
So they should. So there are so many. I would say not definite, but indirect way,
Okay.
and then their self jobs.
Okay.
So their skill training, they can provide them loans, and we will help them getting loan from the banks also, less interest.
Yeah.
So all kind of help we can provide.
Then one more challenge the urban poor face all over the world, and including in India, is access to good quality education.
Yeah.
So how is your ministry involved, or can they help in some way?
No, we are providing, it is that in every slum, every area, there should not be any slum. And if they have, then we'll modify it. We'll turn into the with the living condition.
True.
A school should be there. And if you can see, when we have the education as a right, then how can you stop it? Then the quality should also be very good. And I'm from the education side. I myself was a professor, so I can see that we have very good quality of education in India, and our private and public, government side. Government also doing a lot, and the private universities also doing pretty well. Say same way, schools are more prompt, the private plus government. And in government schools also we have central schools, we have Navodaya schools for the poor people, for the rural people. So I think education-wise, now education is our right. So government is more concerned about their scholarship, their laptop, for the girls' education. They provide scooters, plus cycle. So many incentives we are providing.
Okay. So you think that the response?
Response is very good, excellent. And last time the dropout was cut down by 12%.
Okay.
It's a good sign.
But still, are there some challenges, or you think this
Yeah,
is
it is still mindset we have to change, especially when we talk about the girls. Oh, they will go to the sasural, they will get married, and so why should they go to the university? So but it is slowly, and the best part is they are the toppers, the girls. So how can you stop them?
True.
And how long?
True. But within that also, if you look at the various strata of the Indian society, maybe certain category of people are more open-minded to sending their girls to school.
Now I think it is
minorities
I'm in the politics since 40 years. 35 when I was very young, and I was seeing my father. Hardly anybody they demand for the school, and now if you go anywhere, school, and that too of girls in every village. So that change has come.
Okay.
And then we have Anganwadis, because the first challenge with the girls that they have to look after their younger brothers and sisters. But if they have Anganwadis sitting, babysitting, so then there won't be any problem. Midday meal is one of the
Yeah.
incentive.
Yeah.
Education, free education is one of the incentive.
True.
So all kind of incentives making them to understand that now enough is enough and time has come. The girls should also get 100% education.
Okay.
And our bill, our legislation made a big deal in that.
Yeah. And this livelihood mission that you will launch, is there any kind of preference given to, let's say, women
Yeah,
in that?
in everywhere. Houses also we are giving in the name of the girl, both.
Okay.
First women, lady, and then the single ladies, widows,
Yeah.
say divorcees, preferences to them, and livelihood also. More these groups, they are from the world.
Okay.
More preferences.
And the last thing is, for in terms of quality of life of urban poor, what more can be done to improve that? in
Slowly, slowly, it is developing, and if I start with the housing, and that the quality of the houses should also be good, not only the houses only, but the good quality of the houses. So quantities should not be there only, but quality, and that's why yesterday we got the land, and I was in Jaipur for that. That everywhere in regional basis we are opening. It is my view that there should be quality control laboratory, so they can test all the material. So they should get good quality. That is about the housing, but about the clothing also about, and our per capita income is also growing. So I'm sure they are. And in one of the meeting in the villages, I just few days back, I asked that how many mobiles you have. So the ladies, they said that everyone they have mobile with them. So naturally the quality is changing, and with the food security bill, with this land acquisition bill, and with the right to work, so changing is coming.
Okay.
It is not so slow. It is visible.
Okay. And just last question, because everybody around the world, and including India, is looking at the next 6-8 months. If you were to give report card of your own ministry, how would you rate it?
I have joined just now.
Yeah, I know,
So,
it's very recent.
yeah. So I can't say, but dedication and commitment is my goal. And my leader Sonia ji is for the poor people. That's why she wanted, and my leader Manmohan Singh ji also. So my prime minister, and we are, because we believe in development, but our main aim is inclusive growth. So naturally, I come from that school. So I will. I'm not giving the full marks, but of course, if I'm dedicated and my ministry is dedicated, I think maybe in 6 months' time we can give 8 marks out of 10.
Okay. Thank you very much.